your mindset is foundational in everything you can ever do. How can I take this money and put it to work to where it can make me $2, $3, $4, like money soldier?
Man, let's talk about, post NFL career. Was that at the point where you felt you really needed to move fast in real estate, or you kind of felt, maybe just get some here and there, just kind of slowly but steady? When did you feel the need to really take out of the blocks and started sprinting down the tracks, trying to get as much real estate as you can? When did that come for you?
So after football, that was really a transition period and a real struggle. A lot of people, you look at the 60% of NBA players go bankrupt within a few years, 80% of NFL athletes go bankrupt within a few years. And that transition period, for one, you don't have the same structures and support around you like professional billion-dollar team can provide. Not many people can provide that type of structure and support and everything by themselves. For two, you don't have a lot of the resources and guidance just from a professional standpoint, and then support from family, or just community in general. A lot of people, when they're a professional athlete, they're getting hit up and contacted and reached out. I remember when I started playing, people I haven't spoken to in like 10, 15 years since like elementary or something was reaching out. So, and obviously that comes with being, quote unquote celebrity. But once you transition out of it, now you're almost kind of back to a normal person now. So you definitely got to figure it out. You're spending, say, 95+% of your time on this particular sport because, it's like a job, a 9 to 5 job, but it's really a 5 to 9 because your job never stops. You got, day training, day meetings, night games, night events. So it's all day, every day. And going from 95% of your time doing this one thing to now all of a sudden it's gone. Now you open on this 95% of time and you're trying to feel it, trying to find purpose, trying to find a different passion. So it was a real struggle for me. I did a couple like security jobs, some little odd stuff before I transitioned to getting my master's. So this was happening as I was applying to get my master's degree. And from there, I went into a lot of some of the real estate classes that was offered at San Diego State. So let me tell you, at San Diego State, when I was getting my master's, I studied mechanical engineering as a major, but I went to at least 5 other classes throughout the first couple of weeks of the semester, from business to economics to marketing to real estate to even the other sciences, psychology, so forth. And that was just my lifelong learner type of approach. And as soon as I graduated from there, it was like, okay, we got to get some property now. So especially once got the engineering job, some income started rolling in, ended up getting a couple single families out in the Los Angeles area, and I started renting them out like multifamily. I was doing co-living, just renting out the rooms, which allowed me to double the rent I would have been making otherwise.
It's a little bit of hacking, right?
Yeah, so the house hacking, and I don't have the management of a short-term rental either, like every couple of days somebody cleaning and all that stuff. So it was a good middle ground for me to really get the portfolio up and running.
So would you say, man, let's talk about, man, where your mindset was. Your mindset as a professional athlete versus your mindset now. So if Alvin's mindset could tell his professional athlete mindset something different, what would you tell him, man? Because now you're rolling, you're moving forward in real estate, you're seeing the cash flow, the appreciation where you're through the roof. We know this. Out in California, we know it's a different ball game versus other parts of the country versus where I am, say here in Pennsylvania. Tell me about that mindset shift for you, because that's key for listeners to understand where your mindset was then versus where it's at now. You want to share some insights on that?
Your mindset is foundational in everything you can ever do. It's everything that ever and will ever exist started as a thought, right? So with the Chargers, it's real hard to maintain a level mind because, for one, it's glitz and glamour. You got all the camera, ESPN, and all these other TV stations. You got a lot of as I mentioned, people coming to you, throwing themselves at you for all kind of reasons. You have high income earners. Most of the guys, especially on rookie contract, you're 22, 23, 24 years old, making 7 figures. So you got the veterans on the team. They've been at it for 5, 10 plus years. So, they pulling up I had teammates that had gold Bentleys. I had teammates that had red all Ferraris, 22s and everything else. So, you pulling up into the parking lot with these type of cars, you're like, man, I need to go get me a whip. It kind of forces you or pushes you to want to just splurge, and ball out type of deal. But, that's probably when it's most pivotal, especially your first year or two. Make sure you're allocating your money to create passive income. So for me, my rookie year, I drove my college car, which was the Nissan Altima, so you got Nissan Altima right here, then 3 spots over, you got a gold Bentley. Like, this don't seem like this is the same people, the same type of people. But, I definitely was as frugal and as smart with my money as possible to not splurge it all. And then next thing you know, that's how we end up hearing those stories, guys going bankrupt and having to sell off and do all kind of things because they have no income. They didn't use their money when properly or wisely when they did have a high paying paycheck. So that mindset shift for me was going from, okay, a lot of guys focusing on making a team to now it's focusing on how can I maximize my passive income? So how can I create this? How can I take this money and put it to work to where it can make me $2, $3, $4 and like money soldiers, right? They're going out and conquering, getting more, bringing more money back. So that's where my mindset is at now. Whereas then it was focusing on, okay, let's just make the team, let's work out, get your mental, physical, right? It wasn't so much of focusing on the financial side, which to a degree is necessary, right? If you're in the 0.1% of industry, you're going to have to be 110% in on staying there or else, you will fall out quick. So that's why it's so important to have people around you as a professional athlete that's focusing on the finances, focusing on the community and nonprofit engagement work, focusing on the impact work, so that come 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, whether you're playing or not, you're taking that $1 million salary and been able to create $100,000 in passive income easily. And that's something I do to help athletes out as well, to create that passive income and that stable trajectory in their life to where regardless of if they need blow out like mine or not, they're able to sustain and live off of the passive income from their assets.
Okay. So look, you've given a blueprint, a model blueprint. Are there other athletes out there? We know a bunch of athletes. I know you do. You know way more than I do, right? So folks should be listening to what Alvin is preaching here because look, he's been there, right? He understands. His mindset has changed and now he's moving and he's pushing forward in real estate. So
even in the college level, even on the college level, NILs and everything else, it starts earlier now.
Yeah, indeed.
Jacqueline and Melvin, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of Get Diversified. Please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes. Finally, stop by our website and follow us on social media. Ciao for now. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember, get diversified.